Are you thinking about buying real estate around Leadville, but you're not really familiar with the area or all the subdivisions? Well, stick around. I'm going to give you a brief overview of everything you need to know to look for property around Leadville. Welcome to Leadville. Here I am on Harrison Avenue. Not really, it's snowing outside right now, but this is where I was at the start of the Boom Days parade last summer. So Harrison Avenue is the main commercial street in Leadville. It's where most all of the businesses and restaurants are. Harrison Avenue pretty much divides the town into the east side and west side. So those are the first two neighborhoods we're going to look at here in Leadville. Stick around to the end of this video and I'll offer you two other tools that you can use to help in your real estate search. Let's start our tour on the east side of town. The east side of town and the west side of town are both comprised of a lot of older Victorian homes that were built in the late 1800s. As you go up the hill and the higher numbered streets, you tend to get a really nice view of the Sawatch mountain range, including Mount Elbert and Mount Massive, the two highest mountains in Colorado. The east side also adjoins the mining district, where you can find a lot of old mining head frames and other relics from the past. It's a really nice tour. You can actually drive through a lot of the mining district or bicycle, hike, run. It's a great place to go, especially in the summertime when it's nice. The Mineral Belt Trail, the 12-mile paved loop that goes all the way around Leadville, also cuts through the east side of town and the mining district. One of the nice things about properties on the east or west side of town is you're usually no more than a few blocks from Harrison Avenue. So it's easy to get over to restaurants, entertainment, shopping, anything else you might want to do. Just like the east side, the west side of town is located close to the commercial district on Harrison Avenue. The west side also offers some great views and some nice old Victorian architecture with occasional new houses mixed in. You'll also find the high school, the post office, the county government offices, and a few other things over on the west side of town. As you head south out of town, you'll come across two of the newer developments in the area, Brooklyn Heights and College Park. Brooklyn Heights features newer homes that were built in the 2000s up to the present. You can also check out my video that I recently did showing some of the brand new homes that are currently being built up in Brooklyn Circle. College Park has been around a little bit longer, but still has newer construction. There's a mix of duplexes and single-family homes there, and there's still a couple vacant lots. College Park is right down the hill from Colorado Mountain College's Leadville campus, which is a beautiful campus and worth checking out. The campus provides access to several bicycle and hiking trails, as well as a great disc golf course that's worth checking out. Now, I didn't mention it, but both College Park and Brooklyn Heights are within the Leadville city limits. One other development that was annexed by the city of Leadville is Railyard Leadville. Railyard Leadville features a mix of residential and commercial properties. Commercial properties, as of today, haven't started coming out of the ground yet, but hopefully in 2024, we'll start seeing some development there. As far as residential goes, there's some really nice single-family homes that are probably priced in the $700,000 plus price range, and townhomes that are likely priced in the $600,000 plus price range. There are plans for more townhomes and more single-family homes as the development moves into its next phases. One of the benefits of Railyard Leadville is the brand new infrastructure, which includes fiber optic internet. It's one of the only places in town that you can get fiber optic internet service with speeds up to 1 full gigabyte. Now, as you head out of the city limits of Leadville into Lake County, we have several subdivisions. Most of the subdivisions are located along two roads, along Mountain View Drive and along County Road 4. So let's start our tour up along Mountain View Drive. Mountain View Drive provides easy access to shopping, including Safeway, Ace Hardware, Riley Auto Parts, our brand new Taco Bell, and other businesses right along the highway. Our first stop as we head down Mountain View Drive is going to be West Park Subdivision. West Park has an interesting history. Most of the homes in West Park were originally built in Climax, which is up near where the mine is currently. The homes were all transported down to the subdivision in the late 1960s. So you'll see a lot of homes have a similar look. As you can see, some of the homes have great views here in West Park. Most of the streets are named after mountains, so that's an easy way to know where you're at. West Park's also home to the brand new West Park Elementary School. So as we continue along Mountain View Drive, our first stop will be Matchless Estates. Matchless Estates is a subdivision that was platted in the late 1960s, so it has a mix of homes. Some are built that long ago, and then some are brand new. Across Mountain View Drive from Matchless Estates is Jim Valley subdivision. Jim Valley was platted in the early 1970s, and most of the lots are about half-acre plus. Homes here have treed lots and offer a sense of privacy, and you feel like you're miles away from town while you're right down the street. Continuing on down Mountain View, the next subdivision we come to is Four Seasons. Now, Four Seasons is also a subdivision that was constructed starting in the 1960s. So, once again, you'll have a mix of some older homes, some newer homes. Now, one thing I didn't mention was that Jim Valley subdivision, the homes are all on wells and septic systems, whereas Four Seasons subdivision is mostly septic systems, but they do also have public water. Matchless Estates has public utilities, including sewer and water. Next on our tour is Silverhills subdivision. Silverhills features mostly homes built in the 1970s and early 1980s. Many of the homes are all electric, but they do have public sewer and water. Looping up from Mountain View Drive onto County Road 99, we'll find Grand West Estates and Grand West Village. Grand West Estate features mostly 5-acre lots. You're going to find all the properties are on well and septic, but they have great views. There's about 100 acres of community-owned common ground adjoining the subdivision with access to fishing. Grand West Village is a small development of condominiums, many of which are vacation rentals. Well, now that we've explored the subdivisions along Mountain View Drive, let's head back into town and look at County Road 4. As we head west on County Road 4 from McWethy Drive, the first subdivision we'll come to is Westwoods subdivision. This is a brand new subdivision of 2-story modular homes that all feature public utilities. Just a little further down County Road 4, we'll get to Mountain Pines Ranch. Mountain Pines Ranch has larger lots, usually about 2 to 5 acres, and homes that were built from the 2000s. Most of the homes in this subdivision have public sewer and wells. Turquoise Lake Estates is the next stop on our tour. This subdivision was platted in the 1960s and features a mixture of homes. Most of these are on well and septic, although some of the houses do have access to public sewer. If you go just a little bit further on County Road 4, you'll get to Mount Massive Golf Course, which is the highest golf course in the country, and Turquoise Lake. Turquoise Lake is beautiful, offers all kinds of trails and picnic areas, campgrounds, boating, fishing. It's a great spot to go in the summertime. The county doesn't plow the road around Turquoise Lake in the wintertime, but if you want an adventure, rent a snowmobile and take it for a ride around Turquoise Lake. It's a beautiful ride. So those are most of the subdivisions immediately around Leadville, but there are a few other areas worth mentioning that are nearby. As we head north out of town towards Ski Cooper on Highway 24, we'll get to Homestake Trout Club. Now, Homestake Trout Club is one of 2 trout clubs in the area, and what's unique about the trout clubs is you cannot actually purchase the land. You can only purchase the improvements, so the house and a membership to the trout club. One thing to keep in mind if you're looking at one of the trout clubs is that usually you're not going to be able to use conventional financing to purchase property there. So just keep that in mind. If you'd like more details, I might be able to help you with that. Just a little further up the road from the Trout Club is Sylvan Lakes subdivision. So as you can see from the map, there are several lakes here. They're all private lakes for the residents. Most of the homes were built starting in the 1960s. This one's about maybe 8 or 9 miles outside of Leadville. If you haven't been to Ski Cooper yet, check it out. It's a great place to take the family, to learn to ski, or just hang out in the wintertime. And the great thing about it is it's way more affordable than most of the other ski areas around. So now that we've toured north of Leadville, let's head south and take a look at some of our options. As we head south of town, one of the first subdivisions we'll come to is Beaver Lake Estates. Beaver Lake Estates is a unique subdivision in that you have to access it through a cattle ranch. So you do have to open and shut a cattle gate to get into the ranch, and then half the year you have to open one at the top of the hill to get into the subdivision. Inside the subdivision, there's great views. There's still several lots that are available, come up from time to time, and the houses range in age anywhere from the 1960s, 70s, I suppose, up till present. Beaver Lake Estate also features some nice amenities like private lakes for members and their guests to fish in, a corral, a lodge, a small campground, and it's all around just a beautiful place to go. Just south of Beaver Lake Estates, we'll find Mount Massive Trout Club, which is the other trout club around town. Just like Homestake Trout Club, at this subdivision, you're buying the membership to the club and the improvements. You don't own the land. So once again, you're probably going to have a cash purchase or something other than conventional financing. As you can see, there's a lot of lakes here, and they have their own hatchery as well. As a side note, the road through the Trout Club is also the access to Weston Pass. It's a beautiful drive in the summertime. You can go all the way up to the peak, and then you can go down and get all the way to Buena Vista or Fairplay. Continuing south on Highway 24, we'll go past Arkansas River Ranch. This is a small development with large 35-acre lots. A few miles further down the road, we'll get to Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes is a beautiful area. The biggest subdivision in Twin Lakes is Panarch subdivision. Here's where we'll find unpaved roads and lots starting from about a half an acre. You can find some bigger lots here in E.E. Hill subdivision and Ross, just to name a couple. The Inn at Twin Lakes is a great place to go for lunch or dinner. Aside from the two main lakes at Twin Lakes, we also have Mount Elbert Forebay up the hill from Twin Lakes Village. There's good fishing here as well as several campsites with amazing views. You can also find access to the South Mount Elbert trailhead here. So there you have an overview of most of the areas in and around Leadville. It's not exhaustive. You will find houses scattered around the city and county and other places, but this should give you a good idea if you're out and about looking for a home. Now, I mentioned that if you stuck around to the end, I'd give you access to two other tools that might be helpful in your search. If you'd like a copy of the Google map that I've used in this video, which you can download and use to navigate from place to place, just shoot me an email and then ask for it. I'd be happy to send it to you. Also, if you'd like me to send you market reports for any of the areas that we talked about or several of the areas, just let me know and I can keep you posted on new listings that are coming up. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful to you. Feel free to call me if you'd like any help with your next mountain home purchase. Good luck in your search, and we'll see you in the mountains.